naturally. I don't watch as much tarot as I used to. I still spend as much time as I usually do on my phone, but it's doing other things because now it's just not needed. And with that being said, sir, I am not upset with you, and you know that I'm not. You know that I'm not. You know it. It's simply for demonstration purposes. This was our purpose, you know? And at the end of the day, neither of us are at fault. You know, it's truly biblical. When you were a child, you thought as a child. It don't matter how old you are. That emotional immaturity causes these things. You know, there was one point I forgot to mention in that article that I disagreed with. And I mentioned the other part that I disagreed with, which is that men are equally susceptible and equally emotionally vulnerable. But I cannot believe that in this state of society that emotional rape is intentional. First of all, anyone with narcissistic traits and tendencies would not be self-aware of what they are doing. And if they've never experienced a true relationship, or if they've never witnessed or experienced it themselves, then they would not know what they do. Forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they do, right? Or you have only sinned because I have told you that you have sinned and you have not turned away from your sin. Ignorance. Ignorance means that you are not at fault. If you never learned the information to keep you from doing sin, how could you be a sinner? You are only a sinner once you know. So if I tell you about covert emotional incest, if I tell you about emotional rape, if I tell you about these things and you choose to continue to go on that path and do those things intentionally, because now you know. Now that you know you're a sinner, anything before that point, you're blameless. There is no blame here. I'm not mad at anyone. As I stated before, do I have mad moments? Do I have moments of rage? Do I have moments in which my threshold has been met and I gotta let that shit out? Yes. But ultimately, because of my higher perspective and being able to see all sides, I'm not upset with anyone at all. I could say it like 1,000 times. I don't give a fuck at all. And I'm forgiving. Very forgiving. Very forgiving. Almost to the point I'm selfless. So I thought I'd mention that. I just want everyone to know that I'm not mad at anyone. I don't blame anyone for all, you know, for demonstration purposes only.